Thank you for joining us on the news update on Enyimba TV. My name is Esther Chema. Organized labor in Abia State is calling for a consequential adjustment to the newly approved minimum wage, pressing for more clarity on how it will be implemented. The demand followed an inclusive meeting between labor representatives and the state government, during which further discussions on the wage adjustment were scheduled. The discussions hit a snag after the state government prematurely announced a 70,000 naira minimum wage, which labor leaders claim did not align with the template they had submitted. The announcement caused confusion as the organized labor is still waiting for a response to the wage proposal it submitted earlier. Addressing the press after a meeting with the state government, which ended around 7:45 p.m. on Wednesday, the state chairman of Nigerian Labour Congress, Kanayo, voiced their concerns, questioning the process the government followed in arriving at this decision. The meeting has been adjourned and the discussions will continue, with both parties expected to present their detailed proposals. The member representing Isikwato Umunoche Federal Constituency in Abia State, Honorable Amobi Oga, has declined his appointment as the chairman of the Campaign Council for the Zenith Labour Party, ZLP, candidate in the upcoming local government election. The appointment made by Chinedu Ekeke, the ZLP candidate for Isikwato, and his running mate, Ifeanyi Njoko, was turned down by Oga due to concerns about potential anti-party activities. Amobi Oga, a member of the Labour Party, stated that accepting the role would conflict with his loyalty to his party. While expressing gratitude for the confidence shown in him by the ZLP candidates, he firmly rejected the offer, citing the need to stay aligned with Labour Party's principles. Oga emphasized that he holds his current mandate under the Labour Party and pointed out that the state government, led by Governor Alex Chioma Oti, has not officially directed support for the ZLP. Therefore, he cannot endorse or participate in activities that may conflict with his party's stance. In a significant cabinet reshuffle, President Bola Tinubu approved the reassignment of 10 ministers' new portfolios, discharged 5, and nominated 7 new others for onward transmission to the Senate for confirmation. This came as the president renamed the Ministry of Niger Delta Development to the Ministry of Regional Development, scrapped the Ministry of Sports Development, and merged the Ministries of Tourism and Arts and Culture to become the Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism, and the Creative Economy. The decision followed the 19th meeting of the Federal Executive Council at the State House, Abuja. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, addressing journalists on the development.
Approved the immediate implementation of 8 far-reaching actions to reinvigorate the administration's capacity for optimal efficiency, pursuant of its commitment to deliver its promises to Nigerians. The 8 actions approved by the President include: 1, as the Minister of Information had already told us, the renaming of the Ministry of Niger Development to Ministry of Regional Development to oversee the activities of all the regional development commissions. The regional development commissions to be under the supervision of the new ministry are the Niger Delta Development Commission, the Southeast Development Commission, the Northeast Development Commission, and the Northwest Development Commission.
Meanwhile, in addition to the development earlier outlined by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, new portfolios were announced for some ministers, while others were relieved. For the reassigned new portfolios, the current Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Sununu, is now Minister of State for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction. The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Olatunji Alauza, is now Minister of Education. Minister of State for Water Resources and Sanitation, Bello Goroyo, is now Minister of State for Works. The Minister of Niger Delta Development, Abubakar Momo, is now Minister of Regional Development, overseeing the activities of all the regional development commissions, amongst others. The Minister of State for Youth Development, Ayodele Olowande, is now Minister for Youth Development, while the Minister of State Environment, Dr. Saleko Adeboye, is now Minister of State for Health. Meanwhile, the Minister of State for Steel Development, Uba Ahmadu, is now the Minister of State for Regional Development. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Doris Uzoka Anite, will now be the Minister of State for Finance. Minister of Sports Development, John Ino, is now the Minister of State, Trade and Investment, and the Minister of State Police Affairs, Imam Suleiman Ibrahim, is now Minister of Women Affairs. The Minister of State for Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, is now Minister for Youth Development, while the Minister of State Environment, Dr. Saloko Adeboye, is now Minister of State for Health. President Tinubu has nominated 7 new ministers pending their confirmation by the Senate. They are Dr. Nentewe Yiwanda Plateau as Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Mohammed Yadi Sakwato as Minister of Labour and Employment, Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu as Minister of State Foreign Affairs, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole as Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Idi Maiha as Minister of Livestock Development, Yusuf Atta as Minister of State, Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Suwaiba Ahmed as Minister of State for Education. Tinubu charged the newly appointed ministers as well as their reassigned colleagues to see their appointments as a call to serve the nation. Furthermore, Shehu Diko was appointed as chairman of the National Sports Commission, and Sunday Dare, a former sports minister, as special advisor to the President on Public Communication and Orientation, working from the Ministry of Information and National Orientation. Governor Hyacinth Alia of Benue State has suspended the state's Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice and Public Order, Fidelis Miyim. The governor stated that the AG was suspended for joining the state among the 16 states challenging the status of EFCC and ICPC without consulting him. He wondered why Benue would join the League of States challenging the status of the EFCC and ICPC, which were working to help his administration recover funds allegedly diverted by the past administration. Alia accused the suspended commissioner of working autonomously without first clearing from his administration if the suit was in line with his administration's agenda. House of Representatives is directing its Committee on Power to investigate the frequent national grid collapses and provide a report within 3 weeks. This decision followed a motion of urgent national importance raised by Honorable Mansour Manu Soro during the plenary session. In his motion, Honorable Soro expressed deep concern over the persistent grid failures which have plunged the entire country into blackout, worsening the economic challenges already faced by Nigerians. He noted that the national grid had collapsed 8 times in 2024 alone, describing the situation as alarming. Veteran actor Kanayo has voiced discontent over the numerous police and military checkpoints on southeast roads. In an Instagram video, Kanayo contrasted his smooth journey on the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road with the frequent checkpoints and harassments on southeast roads. Kanayo questioned the motive behind this excessive militarization and policing, asking if it stems from hatred or dislike for the people of the southeast. He emphasized the southeast is still part of Nigeria and deserves equal treatment, stating the negative impact on travelers and the economy. Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Ino has approved a new minimum wage of 80,000 naira for state government employees. The Akwa Ibom State Governor has also constituted an implementation committee to ensure the smooth commencement of the new wage regime. Elder Efyong Essien, the head of the civil service, will chair the committee. The committee has a 1-month ultimatum to deliver its report on the wage increase harmonization. Disclosing this to journalists in Uyo, the state capital, the Commissioner for Information, Comrade Ini Emobong, listed other members of the committee, including Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance, Permanent Secretary, Department of Establishments. You're watching Enyimba TV News. After the short break, the news continues in addition to business and sports updates. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for being there. Now the rest of the news. From the business scene, petrol station owners in River State have threatened to shut down operations over the alleged seizure of their tankers and discharge of 130 liters of automotive gas oil, popularly known as diesel. The chairman, Petroleum Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Petron, in River State, Francis Dinkba, handed down the threat while addressing journalists in Port Harcourt. Francis Dimba explained that 2 tankers laden with AGO were leaving the One Depot, Eleme local government area of the state, when they were allegedly seized by men of the 6th Division Nigerian Army and taken to their headquarters in Port Harcourt. He said the association had met with the Nigerian Army and an agreement was reached that the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission should obtain samples from the tankers for investigations. And now sports. The first leg of the international friendly between the Super Falcons and the Algerian counterpart will now be played at the Rainbow Star Stadium in Ikenne. The Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Ikon, Lagos was originally scheduled to host the game. The encounter will hold on Saturday, October 26th, as earlier planned. Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) announced the venue change on Wednesday without stating any reason for the decision. The second friendly will, however, take place at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Ikon next week, Tuesday. The 2 friendlies will kick off at 4 p.m. local time. The Super Falcons started their preparations for the friendlies on Tuesday. Operatives of the River State Police Command have apprehended 3 notorious kidnappers who have been terrorizing travelers and motorists along the Port Harcourt-Owerri Highway. The suspects are said to be behind a series of armed robberies and abductions in the area, including the recent kidnapping of a National Youth Service Corps member. The River State Commissioner of Police, Mustafa Mohammed, disclosed this while parading the suspects and others before journalists in Port Harcourt. Mohammed explained that the criminals were known for setting up illegal roadblocks at strategic points on the highway where they ambush motorists at gunpoint, abduct them, and demand ransoms from their families. The suspects were identified as 20-year-old Blessing Ekpelu, also known as NTA, Precious Ebe, 30 years, and Wisdom Amadi, 28 years. All 3 are natives of Ebada in Emoha local government area of River State. According to Mohammed, the suspects have been under surveillance for some time due to an alarming spike in kidnappings, including the abduction of an NYSC member and 2 others along the Elele-Omerelu axis of the expressway. And that's our package of the news for now. Please join us for more updates in our subsequent bulletins. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Click on the notification bell to receive alerts when new videos are uploaded. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Esther Chema. Thank you so much for watching.